Good morning, family, and welcome to what I'm calling the routine. This is Dr. B, and for the next 365 days, we're going to do this together. And we're not going to do it perfectly, but we are going to do it consistently. You know, we all talk about wanting a routine. We talk about discipline, consistency, faith, growth, but most of us don't actually have a routine that we can return to every single day. This isn't going to be me teaching you from the outside. This is me committing to becoming with you. So if you hang with me for 30 days, you'll build a powerful habit. If you hang with me for 90 days, it will change your life. But if you hang with me for all 365 days, your life will never be the same. And that, my friends, is a complete promise. As people who want to live their best lives, we need to be intentional. No, we have to be intentional. And for the next 365 days, if you join me, this is how we will start our day. We will wake up on purpose. We will protect our focus. We will not be distracted by opening our phones, devices, TV, computers, etc. until we are done here. We will hydrate immediately. We will create stillness through our breathing. We will work on our connection and our identity through a short devotional. We will focus on our gratitude. We will set our intention for the day. We will plan to make a connection with somebody this day. We will make and keep at least one promise to ourselves. And at some point today, we will move our body, not together, but you can do exercise, you can get it done. So now listen, if you're just finding us today, whether it's day 1 or day 200, you're right on time. These days don't build on each other, but each one stands on its own, and it's about consistency. And I understand because of the time zone, we're doing it at 6:30 Mountain Time, but whatever, you might have kids, you might have work and a real life. You may not always be able to join us live, and that's okay. If you need to, you can always watch the recording from the day before and do this routine earlier in your day if that's what it takes. It's live is obviously more powerful, but the recording still works. And that's what matters, is that you spend this time intentionally. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to show up. Welcome to the routine. Let's become together. And if you need more information, just go ahead and go to routine.live. Now let's go. All right. Good morning. We are on day 24 of the routine live. And so we're just going to start out this morning with our breathing. We're just going to do 10 breathings. We're going to count to 8 and just the count. So here we go. 1. Of course, this is how we start our day, because we woke up on purpose today. Breathe in. We're going to protect our focus because we're not going to be distracted. Hopefully you haven't opened up not one thing, one device, one screen, one anything. Sometimes we go to for 2 hours without doing that. Breathe in. We're going to hydrate immediately. So go get your glass of water, 2 glasses, or just one super big one. We'll drink half of it. Pause the video if you're watching this as a replay. Create stillness through our breathing. So much going on for me this morning. I need to create some stillness. Work on our connection and identity through a devotional we're going to do. How about focusing on gratitude? Breathe in. Setting our intention for today. Ready for what life's going to give us. Going to affirm our day, our week, our month, our year. Breathe in. Who do you plan on making a connection with? And of course, I'm going to go to the gym today because it's so cold. We're going to move our body. Pilates, yoga, chair, tai chi, exercise. Getting our body moved. All right, let's hydrate. I forgot to turn on breathing music, but that's okay. It'd be cool to have something I have one by my bed. That's the first thing I do when I wake up is drink some water. All right, let me share my screen. Let's do our devotional this morning. Go. Share screen. Boom. Turn that on. And click this and hit share. I keep saying I'm going to set that up before we get going, but sometimes I just don't think I do all that. All right, we're in day 24. Shared rhythms create unity. They devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching and to fellowship. And that's Acts 2:42. God help us to build rhythms that bring us together. What are the things, one of the rhythms that that we've created or that have been created for me has just been going to church. That's a rhythm that allows us to be together, that we continue to do, And then are you doing, when I was growing up, it's like Wednesday night Bible study, and Monday night, we were there all the time. And I'm not saying that's necessary, but I'm saying the pendulum has swung so far from going to church every day, all day, to now we don't hardly ever go at all. We do it online, which is okay. We do, we try to squeeze it in. But what I'm saying is whatever we do, we need to come together. If you're that person who comes to church 2 minutes before it starts, and then as soon as he's doing an altar call, you're leaving, you are kind of missing the point of being in life together, because now you're just listening to a sermon that's hopefully feeding you, but then what part of you is feeding other? So Bonhoeffer emphasizes shared practices as anchors for life together. What are you doing on a weekly basis like we have in our community? We have like a connection Sundays. It's every other Sunday that we just get together and talk. What are you doing where there's people or a small group or something that is consistent over time, so that we can fellowship, not just show up for the sake of showing up. Show up because you are being fed by others, and then you are feeding. Because remember, I'm going to say this every day, you are the answer to somebody else's prayer. How are you going to be the answer to somebody else's prayer if you're never around anybody? Or talking to somebody. And when I think about like, okay, I'm the answer to somebody's prayer because I gave money, that may be, and it may be through a third party. So you give it to a charity or something like that, and then the charity gives it out to the person who's on the street or something. And so you, I guess, by way of proxy, are then a answer to somebody else's prayer. But how about you're meeting in community? A family committed to weekly meals together. Doesn't even have to be a church, right? A family is committed to weekly, where years later those moments became the foundation that carried them through grief, change, and hard conversations. Who are you meeting with consistently that you have a rhythm, a habit? Connection grows through consistency. It's always about consistency. Doing the things over and over and over. We have a God that I believe is a consistent God. So today, when you're thinking about it, what rhythm will you commit to that builds togetherness? I'm going to meet with a group of people that I'm on a board with today, and we're going to spend some time together, and our rhythm is every quarter. Continue to do that, and I don't want to ever miss that. Choose one rhythm: weekly meal, weekly call, daily check-in, or a standing prayer with time someone. I had a friend that I did a podcast with the other day on our a fireside chat, and he talked about he meets with his friend every Wednesday. What a great rhythm to have. So, short prayer: Lord, help me to be consistent in love. Give me wisdom to build rhythms that strengthen my family and community. Amen. May consistency strengthen our bonds. All right, so let us go now to our gratitude. No, wait, yes, gratitude journal. So, in the gratitude journal, I'm reading it to you, and you, my friend, are reading it, not reading it. You are doing some other type of gratitude, thinking about it, writing it down while I read mine. So, we're doing journal number day number 24. And you can call these up if you go to the routine.live. You can see what I'm going to read because I put it together so that you can hear and be a part of it. So, life and health. Thank you, God, that I woke up today, that I'm grateful for life in my body that continues to carry me forward. Thank you for my heartbeat, my lungs, my breathing, my brain, my functioning, my nervous system, regulating my cells and renewing. Thank you for helping me recognize the connection, and I get to sneeze, right? Because to get out, what's the sneezing for? To get out what's inside that's not supposed to be there, right? The connection between my health and my effectiveness. Thank you for guarding me to care for my body and intention, knowing that clarity, patience, and endurance flow from good stewardship of my health. Thank you for my family relationships. Thank you for that apple cider vinegar that I take every morning and every night before I go to bed that is just nasty. But thank you for allowing me to have something that can help regulate the glucose levels and the blood sugar. I am thankful for family, my wife, my children, my parents, and the foundation of love, and my in-laws, and the respect, responsibility they provide. Thank you for the opportunity to show up consistently and lead with care. Thank you for helping me remain present in my relationships. Thank you for guiding me to listen attentively, responsibility, and honor the people you've placed in my life. I am grateful for every relationship in these lessons and the lessons these bring. Provision, thank you for provision in my life, the food, the nourishment, my home that brings me a place of transportation, allows me movement, the safety that provides rest. Thank you for consistency of provision and stability that it creates. Thank you for guiding me to see provision as evidence that you care and faithfulness. Thank you for my finances. I am so grateful for financial provision, opportunity. Thank you, Lord, for income, resources, and the ability to manage finances responsibly. Thank you for helping me grow in clarity, patience, and discipline with my money. Thank you for guiding my financial decisions so they align with the stewardship and responsibility and long-term purposes. Thank you for all the financial decisions I'm going to make this week and the ones that I made in the past, whether they were good or bad. I thank you that they were decisions that I was capable of making because you gave me a mind that can work, right? I thank you for purpose and impact. I'm thankful that I get to live in purpose today. Thank you that my life and experience and perspectives and the people I'm going to meet with and the people I'm going to spend time with today, that you would just let me to be a servant. Allow me, and thank you for allowing me to be there in that space where I have the ability to do it. And my needs are less than others' needs, and I can be able to be a blessing. Thank you as we become created, that you created them, the people that you created them to be. Thank you for guiding me to recognize opportunities to serve, teach, and encourage. I am grateful that my life continues to create impact beyond what I can immediately see. Thank you for this day and the responsibility that comes with it. All right, let's jump into getting some more breathing at this point. Just going to go 10 in, 10 out in quietness. Two more. All right, let's hydrate one last time for our purpose. Hope you're hydrating all day. We got to open up those cells with oxygen and then fed them with the nourishment of water. All right, let's jump into our affirmations today. Oh, I love doing these. So fun to do. I'm becoming the person. I'm becoming the person my future requires. I am becoming the person my future requires. I am becoming the person my future requires. I choose presence over pressure today. I choose presence over pressure today. I choose presence over pressure today. I show up even when it's uncomfortable. I show up even when it's uncomfortable. I show up even when it's uncomfortable. I am consistent, not perfect. I am consistent, not perfect. I am consistent, not perfect. I listen before I react. I listen before I react. I listen before I react. I'm grounded, grateful, and growing. I am grounded, grateful, and growing. I am grounded, grateful, and growing. I build trust through my daily actions. I build trust through my daily actions. I build trust through my daily actions. I am connected to God, myself, and others. I am connected to God, myself, and others. I am connected to God, myself, and to others. What I practice today becomes my legacy tomorrow. What I practice today becomes my legacy tomorrow. What I practice today becomes my legacy tomorrow. I will finish what I start. I will finish what I start. I will finish what I start. We need the affirmation music, right? I didn't even play the right music. Sorry about that. I wake up on purpose and live with intention. I wake up on purpose and I live with intention. I wake up on purpose and I live with intention. Oh, I gotta click the button. Oops, wrong one. I protect my focus and guard my mind. I protect my focus and I guard my mind. I protect my focus and I guard my mind. I choose discipline as an act of self respect. I choose discipline as an act of self respect. I honor my body, my time, and my calling. I honor my body, my time, and my calling. I honor my body, my time, and my calling. I speak life to myself and to others. I speak life to myself and to others. I speak life to myself and to others. I make space for stillness and clarity. I make space for stillness and clarity. I make space for stillness and clarity. I keep my promises, especially the ones I make to myself. I keep my promises, especially the ones I make to myself. I keep my promises, especially the ones I make to myself. I choose courage over comfort. I choose courage over comfort. I choose courage over comfort. I make meaningful connections every day. I make meaningful connections every day. I make meaningful connections every day. I take responsibility for who I am becoming. I take responsibility for who I am becoming. I take responsibility for who I am becoming. I am right where I am supposed to be in order to become who God made me to be. I am right where I'm supposed to be in order to become who God made me to be. Just did this yesterday. I don't know why. I live in abundance because there is no lack, because God's provision is everywhere and in all things. I live in abundance because there is no lack, because God's provision is everywhere and in all things. I live in abundance because there is no lack, because God's provision is everywhere and in all things. I count it all joy knowing God is using every season to strengthen me and to fulfill his purpose in me and through me. I count it all joy knowing God is using every season to strengthen me and to fulfill his purpose in me and through me. I count it all joy knowing God is using every season to strengthen me and to fulfill his purpose in me and through me. All right. Oh my gosh, this is so neat. So let's move now into our word of the day. Our word today is devotion. Devotion. Devotion is our word of today. I'm going to actually make this a little bit bigger. We'll jump. There we go. Meaning devotion is a consistent commitment rooted in love. Today, devotion is a consistent commitment rooted in love. That means that I'm going to commit myself to doing something with you, for you. And I think it has to be in relationship. I guess you could be devoted to making sure your car is clean, but I don't think that's the reason of devotion. I think when we need a few people, if devotion is going to be part of it, I think it's about, in my mind, it's about relationship. Because devotion shows up in small, repeated choice. No one applauds. I've learned that where devotion shapes our schedules, our energy, and our outcomes. When devotion is clear, distractions lose their grip. Love becomes visible through this word again, consistency. The consistency of doing the same thing over and over again. And I guess you could be devoted to stuff, but when I think of repeated choices, no one actually sees. I'm devoted to making sure that I get up every morning and write a note to my wife. Or I've learned that when we're devoted to making sure that we show up when we say we're going to show up, that we're devoted, we show devotion by keeping our word and our promises to ourselves. That's what true devotion is doing the things you're saying you're going to do where nobody else cares. And so when we think about making your connection today, who benefits most from your devotion? Who benefits most from your consistency? Who benefits most from the things that you do over and over again that show that you're committed, to showing up every day? So show up clearly today. Today, choose that one conversation to be fully present in. That conversation that you can show your devotion in. Put your phones down, eyes up, fully present, because you're devoted to making that interaction happen in a way that is just going to love on the other person. I think devotion sometimes is sacrifice. Sacrifice sometimes for the things you might want to do, for the things that you want that you are doing. So today, what is the promise to yourself? Make whatever promise you want. But here's an idea: protect time for what matters most. Put some time in your calendar for what you're devoted to, what matters most, which in my mind is a relationship. I'm just telling you another way. Make a promise to be devoted to a relationship today and to be present in the moment. Write it down. Do it before you go to bed today. Oh yes, write it down. Make it so you make the promise. Write it down and then do what you did today. All right. Thank you for today. We got a video that we play every day. You don't forget you're God's greatest gift. He loves you if you allow him to. Oh my gosh, don't forget you're an answer to somebody else's prayer. And in that somebody else's prayer, oh no, where's my video? So you are absolutely 100% an answer to somebody else's prayer. You're God's greatest gift. And if you have time to listen to the video, that's great. So as I find it, it disappeared on me, but we will grab it real quick. And thank you for spending time with us today. All right, Brian, let's find the video. I know I played it last night, so it should be in my history. It should be right here. There we go. All right. Have a wonderful day.
Yeah. Dr.B in the building. We becoming the person now. Let's go. Woke up with a purpose, sunlight on my face. The God who made the universe still knows me by my name. Every step is kingdom, every breath is grace. I do not rush the process, I just run in my own lane. 2 ears, 1 mouth, so I listen first. Hurting people hurt people, so I speak the healing words. I am a coach, a friend, a brother, a guide, helping people break the limits that were living inside. You have to be the one before you do the thing. Identity before assignment, that is how freedom sings. Every story is sacred, every life unique, and they do not care what you know until they know you are listening. I am becoming the person God made me to be. Stepping in the calling, walking wild and free. From the podcast to the people, I pray for every day. Purpose in my heartbeat, purpose in my name. I am becoming the person, becoming the person. The journey is where my freedom stays. From mile-high flights to Chicago nights, from track lines chalk to the chaplain's light. 250 men with stories that ignite, now living boldly with purpose taking off in sight. Relationship first, that is the way I lead. Connection is the soil where the soul gets freed. I am a husband, father, and granddad too. 30 people at Thanksgiving, that's what love can do. I say you are God's greatest gift because it is true. Every room gets brighter when you walk through. I am living this mission until the final breath, helping others rise so their best becomes their next level. I am becoming the person God made me to be. Stepping in the calling, walking wild and free. From the pastures to the people, I pray for every day. Purpose in my heartbeat, purpose in my name. I am becoming the person, becoming the person. The journey is where my freedom stays. From Denver to the nations, let the good news spread. Faith over fear, that is the voice in my head. If you knew the stories and the places I have been, you would know every setback was a setup to win. I show up with bass and I show up with fire. I show up with truth for the ones who inspire. Legacy in motion, generations rise. God's fingerprints are all over my life. I am becoming the person God made me to be. Walking in the promise He keeps over me. Every step is purpose, every breath is praise. And the world gets brighter when we live this way. We are becoming the person, becoming the person. The journey is where our freedom stays. Let's go! Dr.B. Becoming the person. Every day.
Right, you all have an amazing, awesome, just incredible day today. I look forward to seeing you next time.